In April 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. found himself behind bars in Birmingham, Alabama, arrested for leading peaceful protests against segregation. The streets outside the jailhouse echoed with demands for change, while inside, King contemplated the fate of the entire people, a fate tangled in systemic delay. His crime? Leading a peaceful demonstration for black citizens' right to fair treatment. Yet instead of freedom, he faced incarceration. From his cell, King wrote the now famous letter from Birmingham jail. In it, he responded directly to those who suggested that black Americans should simply wait for justice. His words still resonate today. Justice too long delayed is justice denied. For King, waiting has become synonymous with suffering, and his people had already waited for too long. Today's theme, timelessness, is crucial to ensuring justice is served equally and fairly in society. Dating back decades, the struggle for timely justice has been a defining feature of Black life in America. Even landmark victories like the Emancipation Proclamation and the 15th Amendment, which promised freedom and the right to vote, were delayed or denied in practice. Jim Crow laws, voter suppression, and systemic racism kept black communities marginalized for generations. Dr. King's warning, "Justice delayed is justice denied," is not just a historical lesson, it remains relevant today. In 2020, the killing of George Floyd reignited worldwide protests and brought attention once again to the urgent need for racial justice. But the tragic truth is that Floyd's death was not an isolated incident. It was the result of a long history of injustices suffered by Black Americans. Despite the global outcry, the structures that perpetuate inequality remains deeply entrenched. Dr. King warned that delaying justice emboldens those who benefit from maintaining the status quo. In the wake of George Floyd's death, 25 Americans were killed during protests, and around $500 million in damage occurred during the unrest. These consequences highlight why timelessness in the pursuit of justice is not just a legal principle, it's a moral urgency. Delay allows harm to continue unchecked, prolonging suffering and deepening wounds in communities mostly affected by systemic racism. As Dr. King said, there is never a right time to demand justice. The time is always now. The fight for racial justice, equality, and accountability cannot wait. The longer we delay, the more lives are lost, and the more the cycle of oppression continues. The lesson here is clear. Justice denied is not just justice denied. It is a failure to protect the vulnerable. It's time for society to act with urgency, ensuring that justice is timely, fair, and inclusive for all. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more in our series on the justice framework. Thank you. Bye bye.